Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Hi everyone. Service level isn't just an operations metric, it's an economic driver. It shapes your costs, influences your revenues, and defines customer lifetime value. In this session, we'll unpack exactly how service level translates into business impact. Let's start with staffing costs, the single largest expense in most call centers, making up about 60 to 70% of total spend. Service level targets have a direct impact here. For example, aiming for a high target like 90% of calls answered in 15 seconds demands significantly more agents, which pushes payroll and overhead up. Moving from an 80-20 target to 90-15 can mean hiring 15 to 20% more full-time staff. On the other hand, lowering the target to something like 70-30 requires fewer agents and saves money in the short term. But the trade-off is real. It often leads to longer waits, customer dissatisfaction, and long-term revenue loss. The key insight: service-level decisions are directly tied to labor costs, and striking the right balance is essential. Next, let's look at abandonment and lost revenue. When service level drops, abandon rates climb, and that means lost sales. Take this example. A call center handling 10,000 inbound sales calls each month, with an average order value of $20. If poor service level leads to a 20% abandonment rate, that's 2,000 lost calls, translating into $40,000 of missed revenue every month. The message is clear: protecting service level isn't just about customer experience, it's about safeguarding revenue streams. Now let's talk about SLA penalties and outsourcing contracts. Most PPO agreements include strict service level clauses, like answering 80% of calls within 20 seconds across 95% of intervals. Missing these targets doesn't just affect customer experience, it directly impacts revenue. For example, a BPO running on a $1 million monthly contract could lose between 2 to 5%, anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000, if service level is consistently missed. In other words, service level compliance is not optional, it's a financial safeguard. Let's look at how service level shapes customer lifetime value. A strong service level builds satisfaction, loyalty, and repeat purchases, directly increasing CLV. But when service level slips, customers churn, and the business loses significant long-term revenue. Here's an example: if just 1,000 customers are lost due to poor service level, and each has a lifetime value of $500, that's a $500,000 loss. The takeaway is clear: protecting service level doesn't just save a call, it safeguards long-term customer relationships and revenue. Let's turn to operational efficiency and cost to serve. A high service level that isn't supported by efficiency can become very expensive because overstaffing drives up the cost per call. But when service level is optimized with tools like AI routing and workforce management, staffing is balanced with automation, which lowers the overall cost to serve. For example, with poor service level, the cost per call might reach $6 due to abandoned calls and repeat contacts. But with optimized service level and smart AI routing, that same cost can drop to just $4.50. The lesson: efficiency turns service level into a financial advantage. Now let's look at service level and its impact on agent productivity and attrition. When service level is poor, queues build up constantly. Agents feel the pressure, stress levels rise, and attrition increases. And attrition is expensive, Replacing an agent through hiring and training can cost anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 each. But when service level is well balanced, workloads become smoother, agents feel more supported, and retention improves. The result? Better productivity and significant savings on attrition costs. Finally, let's talk about brand and reputation. Poor service level doesn't just frustrate customers, it can spark negative reviews and even viral social media posts. That kind of visibility damages trust, and repairing it often requires heavy marketing spend and PR efforts. For example, a single viral complaint about a 30-minute hold time can cost more in damage control than it would have to fix the service level through proper staffing in the first place. The message is clear: investing in service level protects not only customer experience but also brand reputation. Lastly, let's look at technology and automation return on investment. Tools like AI chatbots, IVR, and callback systems reduce the need for brute force staffing by handling routine tasks and smoothing call volumes. While the initial capital investment may seem high, the payoff is long-term: lower staffing costs, greater efficiency, and a more stable service level. In short, smart technology investments transform service level management from a cost burden into a strategic advantage. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.